the loading screen with me, Amar Sohail, and my fellow compadres.
Esteemed colleagues. He means
Co-presenters.
Graham Richmond and Jonathan Sutton, who decided to butt in there. You just listened to Red Hot Chili Peppers with Factory of Faith. Great song. Love that album. You are listening to Loading Screen, the place to get all your gaming news. Guys, we're going to start off real quick with Jonathan Sultan. You've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur lately, and you will not shut up about it. So,
how many hours have you racked up?
My finished playtime was pretty much 50 hours.
Wow. That's Skyrim time you're talking there, man.
It's actually longer than I played Skyrim for. But yeah, I finally got my finished review. I've kind of been talking about it a bit the last couple of weeks, and I finished it actually on Thursday. So it's just a bit too late to get the review for the show. But I have a bunch of points here now. I have pros and cons, and I really have to stretch to get some cons, to be honest.
That's good.
I love this game. So pros, great combat. That was one of the main points that they were making with this game.
Well, like that was the main draw for the game.
Yeah, before it came out, they said, look, we're going to be unreal in the combat section.
Yeah, that's the main draw for the game, because every RPG sort of doesn't do... A lot of RPGs don't do combat very well.
And Skyrim.
Yeah, well,
Skyrim
it's okay.
We mention it every week.
It's very floaty, but like
you don't feel like you're hitting anything. It doesn't matter. But anyway, shut up. Let me talk about my game, okay? Crafting and skills. I love crafting. That was like one of the main things that made this game for me. It's just so much fun making all my gear and saying, "Oh, look, here's a piece of gear I found. I don't need it," because I just made something way better. Skills are really cool. You get a point every time you level up to put into stuff. The lore and the story I thought was good, which the story is actually pretty cool, and the lore, like all the background story and stuff like that, you can find these things around the place that are called lore stones, and when you find them, you get experience and stuff, so it's kind of rewarding you for doing the story. And when you find, say now there'll be 5 lore stones in one area, if you find all 5, you get a permanent bonus for the rest of the game.
Oh, that's good.
Are they like the history of metal things you find in Brutal Legend?
Kind of like that, yeah.
So they tell like the theology of the world according to this game.
Yeah, it's
I love
like
games that have that kind of stuff.
Brutal Legend is unreal.
Are there any books? Because that's the one thing that the Elder Scrolls usually has.
Yeah, there's a few books, but they're not as long as the ones in Skyrim, and there's less of them, so you don't feel like you have to sit down for an hour and read them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
makes them more attractive to read as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're just short and it's nice. It doesn't get boring, which is you keep saying that I keep hearing the combat's really easy and stuff. Yeah, it is. Well, I did a load of side quests, so I leveled up fast and I got really good gear really quickly. So it was never that hard, but it's not boring because of the way the combat system works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like it's always fun, even though you're never really in danger of dying that often, but it's still fun, and that's the main thing that matters.
Yeah, of course.
Some of the quests don't require you to go into combat, which is actually kind of nice, because it's kind of annoying every time. It's like you could start out in a village and you get a book for someone, but then you end up killing a load of people. That doesn't happen in this game. Like one of them, you just have to unlock a bunch of chests to find a piece of paper, which is kind of nice. It's a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Respecking your skills is easy and cheap, and you can do it really quickly. So you just go, you find there's these people called Fate Weavers around the world. You just find one of them and say, I want to get rid of all the...
Oh wait, this is the fate that you're tied to, and can they change that?
And then you just give them some money, and then they somehow change you just become a blank slate again. Then you have all these points.
I don't like that. I like the whole fate idea of being unchangeable.
No, but because the whole deal is that you don't have a fate, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, because you were brought back from the dead. So
anyway,
screw you.
Couple of more things. Yeah, fate doesn't matter. The length of the game, obviously, really long. Loads of playtime in that, so that's
200 plus hours speedrun by some testers.
Oh yeah, that was every quest. Yeah, and I got through the game in 50 hours only in the last area. There's 5 areas. In the last area, I got in there and I'm like, I'm not picking up any side quests here. I'm just going to go for it. And it still took me 50 hours to get through the game.
Wow.
One thing I really like is it's a really colourful game, and the environments are really cool. Because like you start off in a forest, then after a while in the forest you're kind of like, I want to look around. I'm like really hemmed in by these trees. Next area, rolling hills and open fields and kind of thing. There's like a kind of a desert, badlands kind of area, a swampy area, and then the last area is like giant crystals all over the place, and they're floating.
Also,
and it's cool.
It's very varied environments.
Yeah, and last thing,
which makes you feel like you are moving.
It's obvious somewhere. Progression. Yeah, it's really cool. And the last thing I have is the last boss looks really, really, really cool, but also it's a con because the last boss is really easy and really short. And a couple of other cons I have. One quest, I was playing on PC. One quest did glitch for me, so I had to reload a save.
One quest out of how many?
A million. I don't know.
Yeah, so once.
It's not a con. It's not.
Yeah,
a
no, but
drawback.
it is. It like I'm just putting it out there. It is a possibility that this might happen. It's an RPG though, so it happens all the time. Conversation animations, when you're talking to people, there's only like 5 or 6 animations, so it looks a bit silly. But again, doesn't
graphics
really
equal
matter.
gameplay.
Well,
It doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying.
sad, happy, angry. Is
if
that it?
If you're looking for like LA Noir style conversation, facial expression stuff, you're not going to get that.
Yeah, go to LA Noir if you want that.
Yeah, and last bad thing, there's a main character, and I hate the way she talks, and her voice is stupid, and I don't like it.
So pretty much everything bad about the game doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Not really, no.
class.
So it's an unreal game. If you like RPGs, you're gonna love this game. Get it. There's cool things.
And one of you guys, actually, Johnny, was it? Which one of you played SSX?
Well, we've both been playing SSX on the PS3.
This is X.
And and I have to say, it is the most fun I've had on my console in a long, long time. It is so much fun, this demo.
It's like I said last week. It's a realistic snowboarding experience. No, this is like
Handstands.
this is like the least realistic game. It's less realistic than Kings of Amalur. If I'm honest. It just does not. There's no. They just said, all right, gravity. We don't need gravity.
Yeah.
We don't need anything. You can go down this mountain and you can have fun. It's really hard to bail, which is cool. But like it's like the thing about this game is it's really easy to do okay and get like bronze medals and stuff. But then if you want to get golds, you actually have to be skilled and stuff. So you can have fun either way.
Yeah.
And there's the cool.
It doesn't punish noobs or anything.
yeah.
No, it just lets you. It's like, oh, you just press buttons and you go.
Yeah, yeah.
It's class.
Do some break dancing on your snowboard.
You do that, by the way. But yeah, it's cool, and they got the RiderNet system. So like, you log into your game, and you don't have proper like head-to-head online. They have asynchronous online, so you just set a timer or a score, and then people can compete against a ghost that you leave there. So you log in, and you just see this kind of newsfeed type thing, and it'll say, hey, so-and-so beat your time in thing, just letting you know. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but I'm just letting you know, just putting it out there, and then you're like, I'm going to kill this person.
Yeah.
And then you spend an hour trying to beat someone's time.
Yeah,
and you
and
never do it.
Burnout Paradise was great for that as well.
Yeah.
No, Need for Speed.
Like the Hot Pursuit.
The Hopper.
Burnout Paradise was also a good game.
Burnout was a great game, but Need for Speed
Got
Hot
it for like
Pursuit.
€20 sometime. It's cool.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. That was a great game as well.
Yeah, I think that's where they kind of got the whole right.
Yeah, they had this thing. It's like it was called a netlog or something, and you put times up on your every single race, and basically every time you beat your friend's time, it showed up on the little thing like, "Hey, your friend beat your time. Do you want to try and beat him?"
Of course. Must play more of the game, I bought.
You just end up shouting at your friend like, "Why are you so good compared to me?"
You can't do that on PS3, no cross game chat.
But if you're in the same game, then
Yeah.
you can.
Chances are you won't be if they
But
beat
it's but if we're talking about setting times in a game, it's not going to be cross game. It's going to be the same game, and it doesn't matter anyway. I hate you. Go back to your Microsoft.
Xbox 360.
So great demo. Game coming out on Friday,
I think I'm pretty sure it's Friday.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait for Friday.
and you're getting a day one purchase. Am I right?
I am. That is
Please-
correct.
Do get back to us on how much you enjoy that game or how little you enjoy that game.
How little?
How little?
Well,
That was sarcasm. That was
Whoa.
sarcasm. But real quick, we're going to talk about the Mass Effect 3 demo real quick for a
Again.
bit. We talked about last week. We didn't get to discuss it
At length.
at length. I've been playing it. Johnny, have you played it?
I've barely been playing any games this week. I'm very ashamed.
Oh.
Yay.
Just leave. Just go. Come back later when you played some games.
Fine, I will. I'm gonna leave right now.
Hey, you can come back. We don't hate you.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Mass Effect 3, right? Demo is out for a couple of weeks now. I've been playing the multiplayer quite a lot, and I have to say I'm happy with how the multiplayer has panned out, because everybody was worried multiplayer is not going to be good and it's going to take out from single player,
Yeah.
but it hasn't.
Well, I'm glad it hasn't, yeah.
The multiplayer, for those of you who still haven't played it, I don't know who that would be. Johnny, I'm looking at you. Is a
Graham
co-op.
as well.
I haven't downloaded it, but I've played it on other consoles.
There we go. He's got an excuse.
There you go. Not on my own console.
But
Can't do that in here.
But anyways, we're talking about the multiplayer. It's like it's a 4-player squad based co-op, and basically the only mode available in the demo is survival. It's like horde mode in Gears of War, where you get wave after wave of enemies, and you have little mini objectives along the way as well, such as collecting data and such and such.
Has it got like the defense system that Gears of War 3 brought in?
No, it has no defense. Like literally, like it's just you shooting.
Just
people.
you on the map.
Just you and 4 other people on the map. And I have to say, the difficulty doesn't scale. So
It doesn't?
It doesn't scale.
Do numbers scale?
No, it don't. So
Well, what's the point in progressing?
no, it's like no. What it is that if you have one person there, it's going to be exact same difficulty if it would be if there were 4 people there.